slowly but surely. All right. So today on the Voice of Bold Business Radio, we're talking about autopilot and process. And it seems like a weird thing to think about, autopilot and process, because some people would say they're the same thing. Yes, when we're on autopilot, we're using built-in process. But some people would say, well, actually, they're not really things. Autopilot is like the thing that we do that's a habit. And the steps that we follow to get a process done may also be a habit. However, which one's easier to change? What do you think, Scott? What do you think? I don't even know. Now I'm totally like, ooh, maybe I want to change what I talk about today.
I don't know. No, actually, I do know, because if you've got a team and if they're good, I think if there are good dynamics between team members and good communications. I grew up with something when I was in junior high. I ran across this, and it was meaningful and profound for me at the time. People come in and go out of my life, taking bits and pieces of me, changing bits and parts of them until nothing of me remains and only parts and pieces of them remain. Something like that. I hope you get the gist. Well, teams are kind of like that as well. As you work further and further along, if you've got the right attitude and the right leadership, then things will fall into place and things will just seem to run on autopilot. Well, it's what's under the hood that counts, in my opinion.
I love it. So if it's a process that you're doing on your own, maybe it's a habit. However, when you're working in concert with many other people in this concept of team, it's not, everybody might have a habit, but they also have to actively know their part and be adaptable to that change across time. And where those processes come in really handy is when somebody is sick or out, birth, death, unexpected life happens. And then just the age old, all of a sudden, or maybe not really all of a sudden, we're just tired. That's where I'll tell you, I'm a little in that place of, wow, I have so much drive. I have so much energy. I can see the end and I am exhausted. And without having the right habits to be on autopilot, and without having the right processes and surrounded by a team that is actively supporting me, things would fall apart. That's not happening here. And it would be vice versa. It would, if you all of a sudden were like, I'm out, I'm going to be out for 3 weeks. Okay. So good thing we have a process and we have steps to follow because we can make it happen.
Hey, hang on a second. Are you saying that I'm not indispensable?
Okay, well, that's a trick question.
Obviously I'm not indispensable. I just threw that out for the conversation.
I think it's important, but it's a double take, because the answer is, I think I'm saying that I'm not indispensable either. Or we are both indispensable. I don't know how I said it before, but that's the case. No, we're not. Okay, now you've totally confused me. I'm saying we are replaceable, both of us, but it's not coming out that way.
We're both dispensable.
Yes, thank you. The in part was yes. And that's fine. And that means we've done it right.
I couldn't have said it better.
However, do I want to work with anybody else? Probably not. No offense to everybody who just learned and heard that, because we have a great relationship. Actually, everybody on the Red Direction team does. So that's very
kind of you to say, Jess. And
you are welcome.
The feeling is mutual.
It's true. It's true. The people that we work with and we foster those relationships with make going through the process easier, make changing process easier, make bringing ideas to the table easier, and then more of whatever we're looking for: productive, efficient, profitable.
And that didn't happen immediately. It was over the course of time.
Yes. And it takes time. And that's what we're talking about today, this concept. What's autopilot? What's process? Here on the Voice of Bold Business Radio. Now you can listen in. We didn't even tell you the time. We didn't even tell you the hashtag at the beginning. We just jumped right in and had a conversation. This is how Scott and I roll. So hashtag VBB Radio. Eva will be watching for comments and questions during our live stream, which is in an hour at 11 a.m. Mountain, 1 p.m. Eastern. It's also 10 a.m. Pacific. So we've got those 3 time zones covered. And I know a lot of us juggle time zones here on the internet. So you'll be able to join us. And where do you join us? You join us on the Voice of Bold Business YouTube page. And the cool thing is, in addition to this video being posted, in the description, as well as wherever it's being posted, the link to the live stream will be included for you. So hop on over, join that conversation, and we look forward to seeing you in an hour.